Well, hello there. How are you doing today? My name is Robert. I've got a blue guitar. I've got a blue hoodie. And I think we need to do some blues licks that are a little bit shreddy. So what are we talking about? So, if you would like to skip me blabbing, go right ahead. I got you hooked up right here. And you can skip all this talking. Now if you dig this lesson, I just released a new lesson pack called the Pentatonic Roadmap that takes you through all kinds of stuff about expanding your pentatonic knowledge and just the way you use the scales. You can get that down below in the description. There's a link to my other lesson packs as well. Now what we're doing is we're taking licks that have this blues kind of flavor to them, but they're branching outside of our pentatonic and blues scale a little bit, and they're a little bit more shreddy. I'm not doing like straight up like Phrygian speed runs and stuff like that. They still have a bluesy sound. They're just kind of venturing outside of the normal path of the pentatonic and blues and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and jump into this one, grab those tabs from over on my website, and let's go! Alright, so let's break these bam and pajamas down. So lick number one went like this, real nice and slow. So it's kind of just all based out of this A minor pentatonic with that flat 5 in there, but I'm also adding that major third right here. So the big portion of it is the swing involved. So it goes like this. We're going to go 5 hammer on the 6 on the G. Then you go 5 hammer on 7 on the B. So then you go to 5 on the high E string. Now that already right there, I like that lick, you know. Now after you do that part though, you're going to go down to the B string again. You're going to go 8, pull off 7, pull off 5. So, okay. Then you do 7, pull off 5 again on the B. So kind of like a little double section there. Okay. Then you're going to go to 8 on the G, to 5 on the B. So. Now this part here is kind of like an extended little legato-ish line. We're going to go 8, pull off 7, pull off 5 on the G. And I slide down to 4. Okay. Now from there, I hammer back onto 5, hammer back onto 6, and I go to 5 on the high string, kind of resolving it to a root note. So all together. And there we have lick number 1. Alright, so lick number 2 is a spin-off of our box number 5 out of E minor pentatonic scale. And what I'm doing is I'm just doing a simple repeating pattern. Oh, messed that one up a little bit. Let's do that again. So what is the sequence here? I'm doing that. I'm adding a little chromatic note to our pentatonic scale. So I'm going to go 12 to 10 on the high string. Okay, then I go to 11. Then I go to 12 again. And I pull off to 11 and 12. So, and I continue to move that up a string in the scale, which happens to be the same frets, because like I said, we're out of box 5, 12, 10, 11. Now here we kind of change our position. I continue to use these 3 fingers. I just kind of stretch my hand out. You could switch using your pinky if you wanted to, but I don't. So we're going to go 12, 9, 10, or sorry, 12, 9, 11, then 12, then you're going to pull off to 11 and 9. So you're going to move that same shape up to the D string. Everything is exactly the same. So we have... I'm ending on another E note, or again resolving it to a root. At 9, then I slide up to 14, 12, 14 on the, whatever kind of ending you want to put on it, you can. So on to the next lick. Now this one real nice and slow would go like this. Okay, then we go. probably the hardest one for me to play because it has this odd kind of timing to the way these notes kind of fall. So what's happening here is I'm combining box 1 and box 2 of our pentatonic scale, but again, I'm adding that major third right there. So it gives us a little chromatic section. And I'm going to go 15 pull off 12, then 15 on the B, then 16 pull off 12 on the high, back to 15 on the B, 17 pull off 12, back to 15. So we have back to 16. Okay, so and I'm going to go 15 again on the high. But then this time I go to the B, I go 15, 12. So we have... Now, the little section here is what I think is kind of tricky. I'm going to go 12, hammer on 14. Now, this is kind of pulling stuff out of, in my eyes, like a Dorian-ish sound. So I'm going to go 12, hammer on 14 on the high, then 15 on the B, and then 14 on the G. And I do that same shape, just moved up a string. So I go 12, 14 to 15. Sorry. 14 on the D. So it kind of sounds out, but I like the way that sounds. Now I go to 12 on the G. Then 14, 12, 14 on the D. So. Oh, sorry. Alright, so let's kick it in box 1 a little bit longer of our pentatonic scale. Now, what am I doing this time? Well, I am just going to sit here and just basically add the major third again. So I'm going to go... So what am I doing? So it's kind of this ascending rolling thing with my fingers. I'm going to go 12 on the D, then 14, 12, 14 on the A. Now I do a pull off and hammer on for that. Roll my ring finger down to get 14 on the D, 12 on the G. Then I go to the D string and I go 14, 12, 14, and then 14 on the G. So, now this little section here, it starts out right here. This is where I'm adding that major third. I'm going to go 12, hammer on 13, pull off 12, 14 on the D, then 12 on the G, 14 pull off 12, then I go to 14 on the A. So, now here I'm going to go 12 on the D, 14 slide down to 12, and I pull off the 10, and then 12 on the low. So we have this. Really nice sounding one. I love that little ending. So I wanted to bounce back to the key of A minor for this last one, and it doesn't quite maintain such a bluesy sound, but I like the way that this works through the scale, and I think it can lead to a lot of potential, potentially different ideas for a person who's based more out of the pentatonic scale. So real slow, it goes like this. So what is going on here? Well, I'm starting out of box 3 of my A minor pentatonic, and this one stays very pentatonic. I'm just going to go 10-12 on the low E, 10-12 on the A. Now I go to the D string, and I'm going to play 10, hammer on 12. So, almost like a red beach sound. Then I'm going to simply shift up to box 4, and I'm going to go 12-15 on the A, 12-14 on the D, and then 12 hammer on 14 on the G. So you get that little accented sound in there. And then the next, it's almost like a little pedal tone. I go. Now that is 12 hammer on 14 on the G, and then 13 on the B, back to that 14. Now that 14 is going to be our pedal note I'm talking about. Then I go 15 on the B, 14 on the G, 12 on the high E, 14 on the G, 15 on the high, 14 on the G, then I slide up to 17. Again, I resolve all of these to roots. So I go, Alrighty guys, that is it. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you would, hit that subscribe button. We're getting so dang close to 100,000 subscribers. I cannot believe it. Thank you all guys so much for the support and checking out the videos. Like I said, if you liked it, hit the like button, do all that good stuff, subscribe, and I know what you think I'm gonna. Oh no, yeah, it is what I'm gonna say. There are 2 more videos right here. You could pick one of them. One of them is my new lesson pack about the pentatonic scale. Pretty sweet. At least that's what I've heard. And there's this one. I don't even know what this video will be. Huh. Good question. Maybe I should figure this out. And then you could subscribe right here. Hit that subscribe button. Later, guys. High five.